Greetings, Oliver.
Hello.
Namaste.
Namaste, namaste.
Jai Ho.
Hey, and Jai Ho and Narayana.
Narayana.
Narayana
So,
and Jai Ho, yes.
Today we are here to have a sub discussion about your book, Less Fear, More Happiness. And I guess you have gone through the Poetry of Mind book too. So, what compelled you to come? Let me not say compelled you. What is the thinking that made you write this Less Fear, More Happiness?
Yeah. First of all, I have to tell you, that I thought that we would play chess, like we like to play chess here. So the chessboard is here. So when we finish this, we will continue with one or two good chess games. Bhojkumar and I, we are just fighting there. That's very good. Like the minds are getting together. So that's very good. So and actually. If I go back to the subject, so there are many circumstances that led towards my first visit to Nepal. Actually, we can say it's karma.
Karma.
Yes,
Yes,
it is.
karma.
It is.
You have always been talking with, when I met you from the beginning. Can you a little bit clarify it, the exact word karma?
Actually, my book has been born after my realization of what fear. I will just turn it towards the camera so the viewers can see. This is the beauty of the poems, which I have to be honest. If Bhojkumar doesn't explain me what some of his poems are about, I have to tell you honestly, for me it's really hard to understand. But when he explained me, then I have realized that it's really, really great, And actually, the cover talks for itself, So it's here you can see how Bhojkumar explained me, the lady or someone, whatever, a person is coming from the city, no, from the nature, from
Yes.
here you can say from Himalayas or wherever, where the nature is overwhelming, and the nature is actually the number one factor. And then comes to the city, and in the city are totally different rules than the rules in the nature outside of the city. So it's really a beauty, and I will give it another. I will give another try. I will read again and again, and to see how much in depth I can go into.
Thank you,
this.
but let me be precise and come to the point that what things motivated you to write your book, Less Fear, More Happiness?
Actually, I had zero motivation, and I didn't want to write a book. Nobody in my life.
Are you sure? You
100%.
didn't want to write it?
Yes, 100%. I didn't want to write it. 100%. I didn't want to write the book, but actually, how I wrote my first 4.5 pages, I will just tell you how it happened. I was in my office, and I used to be a businessman, and I was running a big company. I had like 40 people working with me and for me, and with a big turnover. I was in film business for maybe 30, 35, maybe even 40 years. And one day I was writing one business email in Hungarian language. And I'm writing that email in Hungarian language, business email. It's like, I'm just about 1/3 of the email, and a voice comes from up there, says, take a pen and a paper in English language. So, wow, what is this? So I just say, hush, go away, And then I continue my, business email in Hungarian language. And then the voice comes for the second time. And when it came for the third time, I just put away my laptop and everything. And there was nothing else in my desk, just papers and white papers and a pen. And I started writing. And I wrote 4.5 pages. And the first sentence was,
Means you thought that you had something from supernatural force that guided you to write this book.
whether it's a supernatural force or whatever it is, this is, I'm telling you the truth. This is how it happened. It is up to those who are listening or who are watching this video to decide whether it's a supernatural force or it's something, you know, which is above our control. It actually, I feel that it's not my control.
Meantime, your coffee is getting cold as well, please.
Yes.
You can have a sip of it as well. Yeah, I mean, continue.
Yes, good as usual. Good as usual. Yes, we drink Americano. Yes. So, and then the first sentence that I wrote was contemplating on fear. And I wrote 4.5 pages. And when I finished, and it was all in English, when I finished, then I said, okay, let me see what I've written, because actually I didn't know what I was writing. Wow, it's not so bad. And then, even then, I didn't want to write a book. But then, thanks to my friend in Romania, where I went for a visit, to visit him for a long weekend, 3, 4, 5 days, whatever, when I told him about, you know, my thoughts, when I showed him these 4.5 pages, when I went into depth to explain him what is the connection between fear and happiness, you know, and how do I feel that, and how do I understand that, in that moment, he understood almost everything that I said, and he started pressing. He was putting arguments on the table that I have to write the book. The argument, the pile of the arguments, after like 4 or 5 hours, he was doing it for 4 or 5 hours. It was a bit like this, and at the end I gave up. I said, yes, okay, Dan Drojak is his name. I will write the book. And that's how the started.
Oh, fantastic. I had gone through your book as well, and I find it very much inspirational. It inspires people to live the life in full, let's say. Not F-O-O-L, it's F-U-L-L.
F-U-L-L, yes, F-U-L-L. Yeah.
And the book is full of love and compassion. So why only you thought about love and compassion? Because there is another side of it as well. I will not thought it with the binary thing. This is what I felt when I read your book.
Yes, actually, I feel this is my feeling, that we have just whatever we do, whatever we think, whatever we say, whatever our actions or our non-actions or our omissions are, they have two roots. It can be love or it can be fear. And actually, that is it. So if there is too much fear, the fear is covering that love. Because love is our nature, love is our essence. This is what I learned from my Rinpoche, you know, from my guru. My guru, you know, after my younger brother got sick. Are we still rolling, or just the light went out? We're still rolling. Okay, good. So actually, all these things came to me because my younger brother, who was 13 years younger than me, got sick in the age of 37.
Yes, you have mentioned it many times in the book as well.
So without that, you know, there wouldn't be this inner, how do you say, urge to express whatever I have in my mind, you know. So, and that's what happened, you know. And then actually his sickness got me in connection with the guru from Nepal.
Oh,
and that's how I came here.
You have your connection to Nepal from 2008 to this time.
Yes.
So that connection has very strong message for Nepalese as well. That a European, yes, frequently comes here and even wishes to end his life, in the sense that the last days of his life to be here in Nepal. So because of loving compassion or something else, that he used to enjoy the later on part of your life here in Nepal.
So what will happen in the next years, we never know.
Or it is just you want to share happiness to Nepalese people.
That is one of the most important things, not only to Nepalese people, to whoever I can. Because that is our nature, that is our essence, this is what I learned from my guru, and not only learned, I accepted it fully, and I'm doing it as much as I can, as much as I can. So I'm whatever I know, I happily give to others. That's what I do. So, and actually, if I come go back to what was the reason, what really kept me coming again and again. One is the great knowledge that I got from my guru, you know, and the respect to him. So every year I would come and spend 3-4 weeks in his monastery, you know, doing mantras, doing many things, and listening to and getting the teachings.
Now, let me come to the point that you mentioned it before as well, that some unseen voice struck you. That means you still have a strong faith in the supernatural power that proves it, and that power guides you for more and more happiness. Seek happiness over here in the land of yogis.
Yes, and now I will come back. Yes, you're right. I will just, how do you say that in English? Reiterate to
Yes,
your, you know, to your, you know, like whatever you said, is actually when there is frankness, when there is openness, then there is a possibility of love and loving compassion to emerge. And what I've seen here in Nepal, there is still a lot of real things. Real things. We in my country we say echte, which means that is like the original. If you go to one of the villages, you will still find those villagers in the original version, like they were hundreds of years ago. And this is slowly getting lost in Europe. That is what one of the most important things that I really love here.
Okay, thank you, Oliver, for sharing your best experience to the world, especially to the Nepalese. And if we get the time, we'll talk more in the next episode.
Okay.
Thank you. Jai Ho.
Bhojkumar.
Jai Ho.
Jai
Thank
Ho
you.
Narayana.
Yeah.